How's it going, guys? Drip Crypto here, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're just going to be talking about Bitcoin, the ETF, how I felt about it. Pretty much just a recap of how I was talking about it before it even got approved, where I see it going, some bullish sentiment about it, and then pretty much just price prediction. None of this is financial advice, though. Make sure you guys do your own research. But let's get into it. So, Bitcoin right now on November 1st is sitting at about 69,000. Just shy of 70K. So during the beginning, when I was talking on my Patreon, I was talking about the whole Bitcoin ETF getting approved and how it would do. Like what I said, it was very bullish. Yeah, we did have a little dump after the news came out, but that was only because it was like buy the rumor, sell the news, which usually happens. And then after that, big whales started accumulating. Plus, you also have to realize we had the Bitcoin halving, and also these big institutions have not stopped buying Bitcoin. So as you can see, pretty much Bitcoin has just been pushing early this year, right, into February, and then we've just been sideways for about 230 days, which is good for Bitcoin. The reason being is because you're getting a lot of sideways price action. So like as you can see right now, we are breaking out of that consolidation trend. I usually don't even draw these trend lines, but realistically, like, we've been sideways for about 230 days. Now, since we're breaking out and we're retesting, like, I think we're going to maybe come back down, retest between 67, 65. But once we hold this and we keep going up, I don't think we're ever going to come back down here until maybe the bear market, right? Because I think the next stop after this is going to be 80, 85, 90, and then 100K. The other reason for this is, if you look, a lot of these big institutions, so like iShare, Grayscale, Fidelity, all these big institutions, big hedge funds, they're just slowly accumulating Bitcoin every single day. BlackRock has been accumulating a lot. As you can see their total volume, how much they accumulated. So they're accumulating a lot of money. They're throwing a lot of money in Bitcoin right now. That's why Bitcoin has been pushing. You got to also realize we have MicroStrategy. So Michael Saylor, he owns this company called MicroStrategy. They've been buying Bitcoin. He actually came out 2 days ago talking about how he's going to announce 21 billion for his offering for his company, and what he's pretty much going to do is he's diluting his shares of his company in order to generate 42 billion in order to buy more Bitcoin. And if we look at MicroStrategy's chart, right? So hang on. So if we look at MicroStrategy's chart, right, even after that news came out saying that he was going to dilute some of the shares, it's still holding pretty strong because he's trying to leverage Bitcoin on his company, right? And I think his company is going to do very well off of that, this bull run. You also got to realize it is November 1st. So in 4 days, you have the election, which is very important. That's pivotal on where Bitcoin is going to sway to. Another big economic event after the election is we have the FOMC meeting. Now, since I've been away, we had a previous FOMC meeting where we cut by 50 basis points. This FOMC meeting, a lot of people, and even the previous FOMC, we cut by 50 basis points. This FOMC, we're looking at to cut about 25 basis points. Roughly, that's what the poll is suggesting right now, which is a total of 75 basis points on the year. That's another big pivotal part of Bitcoin. So if that keeps cutting, what happens? The money printer keeps printing. That's another thing I don't think I fully talked to you guys about, but since it is election year, every 4 years, usually what happens is there's injection of liquidity into the market. I mean, there's always an injection of liquidity every year, but there's more during the election year just because of the political parties and stuff like that. But also pretty much asset prices get adjusted. They get raised or lowered depending on market sentiment. But comes to the overall global liquidity injection, you get a lot of money that flows around. So a lot of these stocks are moving higher. Mind you, when it comes to that, the global liquidity injection, right? You have real estate, which is the leader. that gets most of the money, and then it trickles down into these other buckets. Or so yeah, so when it comes to the global liquidity, it fills up usually the buckets. There's different buckets when it comes to these assets. So usually as money starts getting injected into the market, it goes to the more safer bets. So you got real estate, then you got the stock market, then you got the smaller caps in the stock market, so like the Russell, and then after that is crypto. That's when every 4 years crypto usually goes parabolic, and then you have the Bitcoin happening lined up with the election technically, and everything goes parabolic. That's why you get huge price actions. So there's a lot of bullish sentiment right now when it comes to Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin, we could see a nice little pullback going into the election, possibly see it come back down to like 67, 65. But realistically, I feel like this is a breakout and we're not going to go any lower, in my personal opinion. Not financial advice, but I think it's just more upside. By the end of this year, we should definitely see almost 90 to 100K Bitcoin. And that's not even like my high target for Bitcoin. I think I was even talking on my first analysis when it came to the ETF, when the ETF got announced, was I was saying like over 100K. I'm thinking anywhere between 150 to 200 max, and that's peak bull market of next year. Next year by April, we should be around 150 to 200K Bitcoin. But yeah, I think this is a breakout. We could see a retrace. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you like the content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.